Hey everybody, I'm Amber. I wanted to talk about a product that I got recently that I've been really enjoying, and that is the Four Seasons eyeshadow palette. This palette is limited edition. It's a collaboration between Rasha B Cosmetics and Subscription Sisters. If you want to watch me put on the look that I did today, just keep on watching, and I'll get to that shortly. Now, I found Subscription Sisters on YouTube about a year ago. The channel is ran by Cindy, and she unboxes just about every subscription box that you could possibly think of. I find that even if I don't plan on buying a particular subscription box, I still enjoy watching because she's just fun. Sometimes, if I'm having an off day, I'll turn on one of her videos and, she just brightens my mood a little bit. So, the concept of the Four Seasons palette is so that you have colors to work with all year round. So, starting on the left side of the palette, you have your pink colors, and those are for spring. Next, you've got your green shades for summer. You've got your orangey brown shades for autumn or fall. And then finally, you have your blue shades for winter. Each season does have a duochrome shade, and then your other shades are going to be your matte shades. And you can play around with this palette and mix and match between the seasons. So you could do quite a variety of different looks with this one palette. As of today, February 10th, when I'm filming this video, Cindy does still have a few of these palettes left on her website, but I don't know how much longer they're going to be available, so if you're wanting one, I would recommend getting one fast. Since these are limited edition palettes, once they're gone, they're gone. Also, I will link Cindy's video below where she explains everything about this palette. Now, one thing about Cindy, she always wears these very bold, colorful, gorgeous eyeshadow looks. I have always been a little bit timid when it comes to colorful eyeshadow looks. I tend to play it more safe with neutral colors. But when Cindy came out with this palette, I just knew I had to experiment with it. And honestly, if you're doing makeup as a hobby, it should be fun. You shouldn't be so afraid to try new things. So thank you, Cindy, for helping me step outside of my comfort zone. All right, so now I'm actually going to show you how I got this look today. So first, for my transition shade, I'm going in with Orchid, which is like a light pink color. Next, I'm going to use Spring for the outer part of the eye. This is more of a hot pink type of color. Okay, now I'm going to use a blending brush to kind of blend those two shades. One thing I love about this palette is you don't necessarily have to stick with the seasons for each look. So I'm actually going to go in with the winter shade, Icicle, and do that for the lid of my eye. Look how gorgeous that shade is. And honestly, the camera is not doing it justice. It is so stunning. It's blue, but it does have that purple duochrome shift. Now this is optional, but personally, whenever I apply a shade with my finger, I like to go back over it with a brush as well, just to make sure I've covered all my bases. I'm going to go in with my blending brush one more time, just to smooth out that crease area. Now that the eyeshadow is completed, I'm going to go put on some eyeliner, mascara, and I'll be right back. So this is the finished look. Hey Devin, can you bring my wedding ring? I realize I haven't been wearing my wedding ring this whole video. Thank you.
This ring made me wet.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You guys, I just realized I haven't had my wedding ring on for this whole video. I had taken it off so it could get cleaned and forgot to put it back on. Whoops. But anyway, here is the close-up of the finished look. I hope you all enjoyed that video. If you did, please check out some of my other content that's here on the screen. And Sydney, if you ever happen to watch this video, thanks so much for releasing this palette. I look forward to more in the future. And also just thank you for your channel. It's such a joy to watch. Bye everybody.